Welcome back to the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament presented by Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramkota.
Howard to the face-off circle, pass in front for Greasy, scores! Howard with a good pass, and Ashton Grease, his 15th of the year.
The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. And also by Becky Potsaba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, and the University of Jamestown.
And here comes Max Moore in on a break, he scores! Max Moore makes it 2-1 with 4:50 to play in the first period.
14th goal for Moore on the
Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota.
Brookings Rangers all got their helmets unhinged. They're ready to throw it in celebration. Down to 5 seconds. For the first time since 2017, the Brookings Rangers are state champions of South Dakota.
Now let's join John Winkler, Jeff Anderson, and Jim Lloyd for the call.
We are back for game number 2 of our final day here of state hockey coverage on a Capital City Rock, KSDR, on a KKQQ, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Our second game of the day, it is the third place matchup. A rematch, although it was the Hawaii Capitals and Sioux Falls 2 last year, it's a rematch of the third place game as it's now the Capitals taking on Sioux Falls 1 with basically the same amount of people, the same people as they were from last year. But this should be a good matchup. These two teams played against each other very well in that game, 2 games that they played earlier this year, as it was the Capitals falling at home 4-1, and then it was Sioux Falls 1 falling at home 5-4 in overtime. So here we play back here again. The road team has won both games, and if that's any indication, the Hawaii Capitals are going to feel confident going in because they're going to be wearing the road sweaters and the guess on the scoreboard.
Well, yeah, 3 seed and a 4 seed. It doesn't really get much better than this. These teams are equally matched, splitting in the regular season. And today, you can bet that both of these teams want to end up a winner at the end of this tournament.
Well, and now I believe Max Moore is back today. Is that correct?
Yeah, he should be back today, so that's a big boost for Sioux Falls 1.
Yeah, yesterday they had Curry and Malwitz, of course, with McDonald, and put Perdeems back, I think, more on defense.
Yep.
But they should have their front line back as far as today. That'll be a boost as far as Sioux Falls is concerned.
Yeah, that'll be big to have him back. And the Capitals were out Devin Dodson on Friday, but had him back yesterday. They're at full strength here going into this day in this game today. With Carter Scholes that will be back in net. He got the 5-3 win against Aberdeen in Game 1. Flanagan was the most likely starter for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers, who left Game 1. They end up winning 4-3 in overtime with Heiser in net, and then he came back and played yesterday in a 6-2 loss to Brookings. But I would think that be Flanagan that will get the start for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers, looking to win the third place trophy.
Yeah, and he looked pretty good yesterday.
Yeah.
Flanagan had a good game. Whatever injury he may have had, I think he's over that. He looked like he always does in the goal. So
Apparently he's a quick healer.
he's a quick healer. Well,
must be nice to be 17, 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Capitals and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers, and again, these two teams played 2 good matchups. The Capitals, when they lost that game at home to them, they were in the midst of a scoring slump as they outshot their opponents that weekend in the 90s to the 40s, and they lost 6-1 combined. They got shut out in one game, lost 4-1 and 2-0 the other. But then they came back here in the final game of the regular season here on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening at Furniture Mart right here, and it was the a big win for the Hawaii Capitals, winning in overtime 5-4. Carter Sanderson got the game winner. So the Caps do have confidence to beat this team. It's a rare split between two teams going into a matchup. We haven't had that very often in this state tournament. Actually, I don't know if we've had that at all in this state tournament until today, as it is the Caps and Flyers basically playing the rubber match, the rubber game of this 3-game set of a season, and they're both teams looking for that second win, and more importantly, a third place to finish out their season.
Well, and how interesting that you win on the other team's home ice.
Yeah, both visitors lose, or both visitors win.
And both of these teams are certainly winning programs, and coming into this, you made the Final Four, and both of these teams could have been playing for a state championship. I mean, that's the quality of teams that you have here. So I expect a great matchup today.
And that's what both teams have to get out of their minds is that they lost yesterday. That they were only focused about playing. This is your state championship. Yes, it's a third-place game, but it's your state championship, and you have to get that loss of last night's games for both Sioux Falls 1 and Oahe out of your head and get ready to go here today. Because if you don't, the other team probably is, and that's going to put you down the scoreboard very quickly. And instead of going 2-1 in the tournament, you're going to go 1-2.
And in these close matchups, it seems like whoever gets out early has prevailed. Very seldom in a lot of these games have we seen teams come back, and both of these teams too. It's three goals. You don't want to be have more than a 3-goal spread in a game like this.
It is the Hawaii Capitals and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. Jim, you left Jeff speechless there. He didn't know what to say. After
years, I finally did it.
I had a thought, but when you get to my age, it's a fleeting thought, just like that.
Well, this term
never to be found again.
Well, we hope.
This term is starting to be fleeting away because we are in our last 2 games of the state tournament. We had a third-place game and now the state championship after this one, as we will have that third-place game for you. Jeff, did you
that
figure it out?
That thought came back.
Okay. Well, tell me.
Hurry up.
If you win today, you go 2-1. All right? So the only other team that wins 2 is the consolation championship, and the only one that wins more games in the state tournament than you do is the champion.
Yeah. So you finish out on a good note and a well note.
Yeah, and I guess your 2 teams that are playing for the championship obviously want to win 2, but there's only a couple of teers that win more than you do.
There's only 4 teams that come away with 2 wins at most. So we will have the state third-place game. We have the state championship coming up for you here in a little while, but we have the third-place game coming for you next. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock on KSDR, on KKQQ, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Oahe Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux and Pier or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here, as we are getting set for puck drop between the Oahe Capitals and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers in our 3rd place game of the state tournament. Joe Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, KSDR Watertown, as well as KKQQ Brookings, and you're watching it on YouTube as well on Capital City Rock Sports. We are into the 3rd place game. Both teams will be making their way out here in just a moment. We'll have the starting lineups. Puck drop here in just a second here as we'll throw it down to the PA, but should be a fun 3rd place game. It was last year, and again, it was a Sioux Falls 2 against the Oahe Capitals, but the Sioux Falls 2 team is now Sioux Falls 1, so it's a chance for revenge for the Oahe Capitals to get to 3rd place after falling in the 3rd place game last year.
You know, we talk about revenge a lot of times, and I'm not so sure the kids get into that so much as maybe the parents do.
Yeah, I think you're right. The adults kind of remember stuff like that. I'm not so sure. They maybe remember a teammate or an incident maybe that they had on the ice, but I don't know so much they even pay any attention to a grudge match or, of any kind. I don't think they do.
I think really the kids of today, and maybe it was like this years ago also, I think they don't really worry so much what happened before as they just get ready to go out and play.
We'll throw it down here to the PA. Caden Heiser is the starter in net for the Sioux Falls Flyers.
Taking place here, visiting team on the scoreboard, the number 4 seed, Oahe Capitals. And the home team on the scoreboard this afternoon will be the number 3 seed, Sioux Falls Flyers Varsity 1. Let's keep the starting lineups for both teams. First for Oahe, starting on the bench, number 4, Keenan Howard. On the bench, number 73, Jaden Floor. Forward, number 68, Ryan Woodine. At forward, number 15, Chase Anderson. And at forward, number 28, Eamon Anderson. In goal for the Capitals, number 33, Carter Schultz. And now to the home team on the scoreboard, Sioux Falls Flyers Varsity 1. Starting on defense, number 81, Wyatt Hermson. On defense, number 62, Caden Adams. At forward, number 82, Dominic Skolton. At forward, number 64, Tristan Slechter. And at forward, number 37, Mason Barron. In goal for the Flyers, number 39, Caden Heuser. Your officials for this afternoon's game as provided by the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association are as follows. Referees are Brian Rice and Jared Sterritt. Linesmen are Brad Shutt and Adam King. Off-ice officials for today's game are brought to you by the Sioux Falls Stampede off-ice officials crew under the direction of Doug Kane, who is running the scoreboard today. In the penalty boxes, we have Christopher Arns and Paul Libra doing live scoring. Josh Strand. My name is Randy Preston. I'll be keeping the official book and doing PA and music for you. All right, folks, that anthem has been played. Who's ready for a little third place hockey this afternoon? What do you think?
So the starters, I know for sure, and I think for both teams, I know for sure for the Capitals, but I think the starters for both teams are seniors.
Yeah.
Outside of Jace Anderson, who gets a start with his brother, Aiden Anderson, in his final game. Aiden Anderson, a senior, Jace Anderson, a sophomore. But that's a cool moment for all these guys and for these for Coach Steve Steele to do that, Coach Ben Frisbee to do that for these seniors. And Jace gets to be out there with those seniors, but more importantly, he gets to be out there with Big Brother one final time.
Well, that's right. It's a memory you won't forget.
Absolutely. And
yeah.
And there's something to the chemistry of brothers, being a dad that had siblings on a same team. And I've had coaches say to me that you can't teach the chemistry that they have. You can't teach it. You don't even have to tell them anything. They don't have to talk to each other.
They might fight each other at home, but they play well on the ice together.
Yep.
Face-off is going to be controlled by the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. It is dumped all the way in. Carter Scholes will let it go past behind the net. Dom Skolden for Tristan Schlechter. That one came to the near side. It came to the slot, and a shot that went back to the blue line. It's played here over to the near side where it's flipped back across. Wyatt Hermson, the defenseman. Keenan Howard takes over for the Capitals here in the first 30 seconds of our third place game. Mason Barrett's trying to wrap around chance. Carter Scholes had it blocked up. He couldn't cover for a whistle as it comes back out. Caden Adams, that shot's blocked up, back out of the zone. And Adams found it out of the zone, so he'll pull it back out to his own blue line. Pass goes across, and the Capitals and Sioux Falls Flyers starting to make a couple of change. Here is Ashton Grease. He'll take over as he steals it away. Grease looking for a shot and a quick save by Heiser. The puck's still loose in the slot. Swung away to the near side, or the far side, where it's flipped up by Nick Lohr, but not out of the zone for a moment. And it will finally eventually come free as the Sioux Falls Flyers will dump it in. The third place matchup between the Hawaii Capitals and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. State championship between Rushmore and Brookings. We have that one for you coming up next. Over to the far side, Ryan Wadeen is over there for the Capitals. It's played back Max Moore, who had to sit out yesterday's game. Moore is back in the lineup. He is put into the boards. He throws down Keenan Howard, and the pass that went to the top of the crease comes back out to the near side blue line where it's held in by Jack Sievert. Pass in front, and the shot went wide from Max Moore. He was wide open, and he shot it high over the crossbar. Comes out of the zone. Dre Burton will pick it up. Burnt looking to pick up offensively. He had one of the 2 goals scored for the Capitals yesterday. That came on the power play. Sioux Falls 1 ices it, and we get a whistle with 15:11 to go here in the first period.
Max Moore won't miss many of those right on the porch like that. He's their leading scorer with 20 goals in the regular season.
Sioux Falls 1 played an overtime game to begin their state tournament, won 4-3 in overtime. That feels like that was about 3 weeks ago. And then they lost 6-2 yesterday to Brookings. That first game of the tournament was only Friday morning, barely 48 hours ago, but it feels like it was about 2 weeks ago. It really does. The pass goes down from Sioux Falls 1. They've iced it again with 14:54 to go.
We're 20 games into these state tournaments.
This is game number 21 of 22 over the last 2 weekends. We're the only spots that has all 22 games, had all 20 games so far into our 21st game. Here on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and on YouTube, watching it at Capital City Rock Sports. Face off to the left of Caden Heiser. It is going to be controlled by the Hawaii Capitals. Ashton Grease throws it across. Jaron Beck put it wide on a one-timer backdoor. He was wide open. Sioux Falls 1 forgot about Jaron Beck over on the far side of the ice. Moving in is Will McDonald. His pass into empty ice, picked up by Dre Burnt. And then his pass was canceled off of a stick and it's played back out of the zone as it's going to be Ashton Grease that will pitch it in the zone. Eberspacher plays it around right near the referee, but it is played from Kate Edwards up, and now Jorgen Corey is in. Corey walks it in with a toe drag move, and then a shot goes off the shins of Corbin Beestrom. A shot from the far side boards, a save made from Scholes. His first save of the night, of the afternoon. Here's Dre Burnt. in the offensive zone. Picked off by McDonald, held in by Grayson Hunsley. Threw a bullet right back over to Devin Dodson. Thankfully it missed him. And now a pass trying to get to the front of the net from Barrett Schweitzer is intercepted. And it's back out the other way as Anthony Vallon will bring it in. Vallon goes one-on-one with Jaden Floor. He's canceled off the puck. And a good hit there from Jaden Floor. Keenan Howard will play it all the way around the boards and up to the blue line where it's knocked out by Barrett Schweitzer. Schweitzer starts to carry it in. His shot goes off of a stick, goes up into the netting, and out of play we get a whistle and a souvenir for a fan that's standing right in front of one of our cameras with 13:33 to go.
Anthony Vallon went to the Sioux Falls bench holding his shoulder a little bit. We'll have to wait to see how he fares in that one.
Yeah, Jaden Floor got the hits, and speaking of Jaden Floor, wish a happy birthday to Trinity Floor, the younger sister of Jaden Floor. Hope that she's having a happy birthday right now and having a good afternoon to her birthday. Bringing it in. Here comes McDonald up high. That shot went just over. That was Nick Lohr. Excuse me. Pass out for Devin Dodson. It comes back over. Howard swings at it. He picks it back up. And now Grayson Hunsley. Barrett Schweitzer played it back over. Howard will pick it up. Somehow spins through traffic to pick it over for Schweitzer as he'll bring it in. Pass to the front of the net, and it was shot wide from Howard. Schweitzer back over for Howard, leaves it for Floor. Now back to Howard again. Keenan Howard, one of the seniors on this team for the Capitals, shot that one high. Back to Floor again from the blue line. He's able to hold it in the zone as Keenan Howard comes off for a change. Jaden Floor does a fantastic job to hold the zone, and Andre Carbonneau at the blue line pushes it back to the far side corner. Barrett Schweitzer, he gets pushed in the boards. It is played here by the Flyers. And up ahead, Max Moore dumps it in from the blue line on net, and it goes wide by Carter Scholes, put it in the corner. Burnt has it here for the Capitals from his own blue line. The pass just missing Carbonneau. They will wave off icing with 12:14 to go here in the first period. Still no score between the Capitals and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers in the third place game of the 2022 state tournament. Jorgen Corey brings it in, leaves it back over for McDonald. And Will McDonald brings it. Here's Matheson, fans on a shot attempt. Another chance that was redirected and went just wide with 11:50 to go in the first period. McDonald back again. Here is John Lyons, plays it up ahead. Carbonneau's still there, nearly lost his balance. He's trying to tie it up to move it forward up the boards. And now the pass goes out, and Aiden Anderson will pick it back up. Anderson will dump it in. He'll go off for a change. And the top line for the Capitals will come back out. All three guys have a chance to come back next year, with the oldest being the captain, Ashton Grease, and he's only a junior. Beck, a sophomore, and Carter Sanderson, an 8th grader. Ryan Wadeen with a shot. That one goes wide to the near side. Beck picks it back up, and it's dumped back in by Jaron Beck. So you hope to see those, well, if you're a Capitals fan, you hope to see those three guys stay on the line one more year. Then Ashton Grease will graduate next year. That pass will go all the way down. Caden Heiser will play it as he throws it into the corner. Both goalies with one save so far. We've nearly played 7 minutes, and now it is going to be Ashton Grease moving in, and we finally get a whistle. And that penalty is coming up on Carter Sanderson for a hook.
That's a hook. That must have been, that happened right on the red line. I didn't really see a hook. 2 players went down.
So it is a power play up here now for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. 31 power play goals in this state tournament. Does that equal $465, Jim? That'll be donated from Pelican Power Sports to
you'll tell me how much.
Phoenix, South Dakota. Pass goes back out here. Here's Cade Edwards with a shot. Goes high. Max Moore back over for McDonald. Now here is Edwards. Back for Moore again. Moore moving in, but he never got a shot away. Lost the handle of the puck. Back to McDonald. He'll walk the line. Back down to Moore, the face-off dot. Back to McDonald. He scores! A give and go between Max Moore and Will McDonald. And Sioux Falls 1 strikes on the power play with 10:21 to go in the first period.
McDonald gave that to Moore from high in the slot, and he just kind of drifted down and found himself wide open low in the slot. nice play by McDonald.
So McDonald gets the goal, power play goal, another $15 donated to Feeding South Dakota, courtesy of Pelican Power Sports, as they are now 1 for 1 on the power play. As it's brought in by Ashton Grease, he fans on a pass attempt. I say Schlechter, but I think that was more.
Yeah, I think it was.
Here is Carter Sanderson moving in. Sanderson behind the net to the near side. Pass goes across, looking for Beck. Was played in the corner. Wyatt Hermson plays it out. Knocked down. Dre Burns couldn't hold the zone. And now it's pushed back in by Sioux Falls 1. Corbin Beestrom all the way around. Dre Byrne again plays it up the boards. Not out of the zone. Held in by Hermson. His shot is off the skates of Ashton Grease. And Beestrom back into the corner. 9:30 left to go here in the first period. That one's chipped out of the zone. Goes back to Hermson at the blue line. Carries it back in his own end. Pass goes over for Schlechter. And then it's thrown in by Will McDonald. As they complete a change right now, does Sioux Falls 1. Sanderson couldn't carry it out of the zone. Behrens with a shot. That one goes wide of Scholes. Just 2-1 in shots right now, but a 1-0 lead. There's a chance that's blocked up. Sanderson flips it high out to center ice, but it goes off the ceiling, off the rafters, and we get a whistle with 8:58 to go here in the first period.
Not a lot of shots on goal, only 2 and 1.
And both goalies with just one save so far, because that second shot from Sioux Falls 1 was a goal. Face off to the left of Carter Schultz. It's won by the Capitals. Played up the ice, that's out of the zone. Evan Eberspacher will come back and play it. Mason Behrens, he carries it in. Behrens with a shot, goes off of Jaden Floor, comes back over and over the top of Scholes from Kate Edwards. Pass comes out in front. It is loose in the slot and will be picked up by Floor, and they can go 2-on-2 with Barrett Schweitzer. Floor swings wide in. He gets run into as stood up with Evan Eberspacher, and then icing it is Sioux Falls 1. Don't see very often Jaden Floor he's the one that gets it. He's usually laying the hits.
He's strong on his skates, and he just got surprised there.
Yeah, Eberspacher decided somewhat not to play the puck and just play the body and laid the hit on Jaden Floor. Here comes back over. Floor is there again. As it's played back to the near side. Floor holds it in, throws it to the net, blocker down by Heiser. Grayson Hunsley trying to hold it in. Goes back to him again. Hunsley another time to hold it in. Devin Dodson trying to swing it forward. But unable to get a hold of it, and it's played back out of the zone, where it will eventually come to Moore. And Max Moore, he gets run into by Dodson, but he still picks the puck back up. And Max Moore, that pass back over to the blue line. Matheson, a delayed offside. And Sioux Falls tags back up, where Dre Burnt will pick it up and carry it in the offensive end. Burnt, good move around. Shot save made by Heiser. Burnt trying to pass it back in front, but was blocked up by Matheson and now taken by Schlechter. Actually, this is Brock Malwitz that will bring it in. Around Carter Gordon for the Capitals. Plays it for Howard. And now Howard from the near side. Trying to play it back across and might have gone off John Lyons. And now it's picked back up by Burnt. Up ahead for Gordon, missing him, but cleared out of the zone, where it's Hermson now for Sievert. Sievert for Sioux Falls 1, plays it up for Corey. And it's dumped in again, where Burnt will play it back behind the cage. He flips it all the way down. Heiser comes out to play it to eliminate icing. And now Heiser will wait and passes it over here for Sievert. All the way down again. Here is Burnt. Burnt again. That one's tipped all the way in on net. Glove down by Heiser. Does not cover for the whistle. And it's played around where Carter Gordon is there another time. But now Mason Behrens for Sioux Falls 1. Behrens moves in. That shot save is made by Scholes. And we get a whistle. Only 5 shots combined here. And we played 10.5 minutes of this first period. I mean, we're literally averaging a shot every 2 minutes instead of at least a shot every minute.
It's been an up and down game. It's just nobody's shooting the puck.
Yeah, and there's also good defense blocking a lot of shots as well. That one's coming to the net, and that one's caught up by the glove of Scholes, and we get a whistle with 16:22 to go.
Yeah, I think you're right, John. We have seen a lot of shots that just haven't made it to the net.
Well, in that one, they're not giving Scholes a credit for the save. I guess saying that it was going to go wide even if he doesn't touch it. Here is Sievert. There's a shy shot. They score. It is Jack Sievert that makes it 2-0 with 6:17 to go here in the first period.
That one surprised Scholes just a little bit. It's kind of a rainbow of a shot.
So Jack Sievert has given Sioux Falls 2 a now 2-0 lead here with 6:17 to go in this first period. And the Hawaii Capitals, they've got to find themselves down 2-0, and just like they did yesterday, but this time they're going to find a way to crawl back from that 2-goal deficit. 6:08 left to go here in the period. Barons on the assist to Sievert's goal. Here's Corey Perdames. Passes it back and across it goes for Evan Eberspacher. That one goes up in the bench area. Stays just off the glass in front of the student section for the Hawaii Capitals. And we get a whistle with 5:52 to go here in the first period. Faceoff will be at center ice. It is Perdames and Grease on the faceoff. It's won by the Capitals. Beck plays it over for Howard. Now Jaden Floor. Jaron Beck in for Ashton Grease. Grease moving in. His shot and a save by Heiser. No rebound or whistle with 5:41 to go here in the first period.
Caps need to find a way to get Heiser moving left to right.
Faceoff to the left of Heiser with 5:41 to go here in the first. Faceoff is won by the Capitals. Sanderson across for Howard. Couldn't one-time that one. He tried, but he partially fanned on it. It went into the corner. And now it's played back here on the near side. Where's Caden Adams? A pass off of a stick. Knocked down by the glove of Beck. Pass to the front for Grease. A backhander save is made. The rebound is turned aside as well. Goes out to the blue line. Floor winds up with a shot. It was off the skates of Perdames. Beck back to the blue line. That shot all the way through. Grease rebound. They score! And Ashton Grease has pulled the Caps within one with 5:12 to go in the first period.
Heiser made the initial stop, and Grease was there to pick up a short rebound.
So Beck should get the assist on the shot attempts, and it's a 2-1. Floor might get an assist as well. We'll see. Wait till the official scoring, but it is a 2-1 game, and that's a big goal there for the Hawaii Capitals to pull back within one with still 5:12 to go in the first period. After the face-off win, Dotson plays it back for Burt. And he is tangled up by McDonald. He lost his stick. A hockey headquarters lost equipment. I don't know how Sanderson and Howard got the assist and Beck didn't, but we will take their word for it that it is not Beck, and Sanderson and Howard get the assists. Either way, it's 2-1 game with 4:40 left to go here in the first period. As it's moved in, here's McDonald. Pass goes across, and he looked like he was passing it to a Hawaii Capital player. And it'll be cleared down the ice by Grayson Hunsley. He ices it with 4:30 left to go.
Big goal. They needed that.
They did need that. Absolutely needed that. That was a big one to get. You did not want to go down 3-0 to Sioux Falls 1. As they trail it now just 2-1. With 4:30 left to go here in the first period. Face off. There's a shot that goes wide. That one came from Dom Skolton. There's a pass from Cade Edwards. Goes back out to the blue line after it caromed off the boards. And it's now Grayson Hunsley who will clear the zone. Tipped by the stick of Dodson. Barrett Schweitzer moves around from his backhand to his forehand, back to the backhand, stops and starts, trying to get a pass across for Hunsley, just a little bit too far out in front, and is now picked back up by Perdames. Actually, Anthony Valent. And the pass goes around, 27-29. They're all both good players. as it's out of the zone here by Hunsley. He will flip it off the glass and all the way down. And they have iced the puck just barely on the wrong side of the red line with 3:45 left to go here in the first period. Valen Perdame scoring 27, 29, and 21 in their jerseys. And a lot of times I mess it up, but it's also because they're just three really good hockey players.
Well, and they skate a lot alike.
They do. And Perdame's is the Max Moore. He's going to the locker room.
I'm not sure what that's about.
That was interesting.
It looks to me like he wasn't just going to get equipment. The way he slammed the door.
And maybe he is. He just doesn't want to leave the game. But, yeah, Max Moore has left the ice for right now. Perdame's on the face-off win as it's played here on the near side. Anthony Valen plays it back out. Eberspacher with a shot. Excuse me, that was Mason Behrens with that shot. As it's still played here in the corner. Here to the near side. There's a shot and a glove save made by Scholes. As he's looking a little bit more confident right now. As he's now made 3 saves on 5 chances.
It surely could have been an equipment issue. Maybe a referee told Max that he was missing a piece of equipment or something and had to go get it.
So here's a face-off that is here from the near side. It is won by the Sioux Falls Flyers and is played here to the far side where it's not out of the zone. John Lyons trying to get it out, but it's played now back for Corbin Beestrom. Beestrom throws it all the way across off the boards. It will go down and it will be enough for an icing. Nope, it's played by Heiser, so there is no icing. 3:03 left to go here in the first period. There's a pass that goes across, missed off the stick of Lohr, and now it's John Lyons to Keenan Howard. Howard still trying to find the handle on the puck, and now Howard will slow things down a little bit. That pass out of the blue line. Tristan Schlechter put it back in the zone.
Now Max Moore's ready to come back on. He'll have to have a stoppage of play before he comes back.
So right now he's a spectator waiting to get back into the hockey game. John Matheson brings it in. Matheson a backhand pass. That one misses through the slot. Beck will swing it out of the zone. And it's played here for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. That was ice, so they're going to wave it off. Keenan Howard, they say, could have played it. Out to the blue line, out of the zone, Ashton Grease. Grease carrying it in, protecting the puck. He's got 1 goal already. Knocked down, puck is still loose, and then we get a whistle, and I believe it will be a power play upcoming for the Hawaii Capitals. So a penalty against Sioux Falls 1, as it will be Jack Sievert that will go for a trip. And this is the first Pelican Power Sports power play for the Hawaii Capitals with 2:03 to go here in the first period. Face-off upcoming to the left of Caden Heiser. As the face-off will be for Burnt. And Burnt starts to walk it in. He turns to a backhand, so he'll pull it back out. Now Burnt waits, tries to throw to the net. Trying to redirect it was Howard, but it went wide to the near side. That one to be cleared to the blue line, out of the zone. Dom Skolten, and Burnt and Skolten run into each other. And it was dumped in by Dom Skolten.
It's a big hit right in front of the Oahe bench.
Those are 2 big boys that ran into each other.
Yeah.
Ashton Grease plays it back in the neutral zone into the near side corner in the offensive end. Beck lost the puck, comes out of the zone. Here is Burnt that will pick it back up again. And now Dre Burnt will turn. Burnt moves in, trying to find a way to get to the front of the net. He still has the puck. Now Burnt looking, still with it. Pass goes over, and it's missed by Dotson. Comes out of the zone. Here is Carter Sanderson. Sanderson moves in. Final minute here in the first period. Played all the way around. Comes out to the blue line. It's held in by Jaden Floor. He blew a tire. It's picked back up here by Mason Behrens. He's racing after it. Carter Scholes comes out and plays it to the near side. Pass goes back out of the zone. Nick Lohr, Tristan Schlechter, plays it all the way back, and it will be flipped back out to the neutral zone. Fanning on a dump-in attempt was Mason Behrens, and he threw it in on net, where it's going to be picked back up by Schweitz to go in the period. Off the glass, bouncing puck. Good stick lift there by Devin Dodson. John Matheson picks it back up, and he's able to clear the zone. Jaden Floor, and there's a big check between two different guys. I think both of them end up missing the puck. Surprised there wasn't a penalty called on somebody. Jaron Beck's shot, that goes off the ceiling again, comes back down. We get a whistle with 11.8 left to go.
Yeah, you're right. There was nobody had possession of that puck.
And it looked like either both of them missed the puck or both of them said, forget the puck, we're going to go run into each other.
Yeah.
And I guess the referees thought, how are we going to give a penalty? I guess we give both guys a penalty, but we can't give just one guy a penalty for it. Face-off is won by Ashton Grease. Over for Howard. One-time chance goes wide. Back behind the net with 6 seconds to go. Back to the front, looking for an opportunity. Down to 2 seconds. Going to get a shot away. Beck does, and a save is made by Heiser, and that will end the first period. A 2-1 lead for Sioux Falls 1. They scored 2 goals on 7 shots. The Capitals scored 1 goal on 6 shots. So the difference in this game is just a 1-shot difference. A 2-1 lead for Sioux Falls 1 at the end of the first period. We will step aside and we will have for you the first intermission report brought to you by the University of Jamestown. You're listening to the state tournament on a Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, on a KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into our first intermission report, brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. In our third place game, it is a 2-1 lead for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers over the Oahe Capitals. Joe Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. And Jeff, the first period that Sioux Falls was able to strike quickly, and the Caps are trying to play catch-up. It's 7-6 in shots, but it is for the Caps, again, just trying to play catch-up right now like they were trying to do yesterday.
Well, that's true, and they got down 2-0, and, of course, quickly, unfortunately, they got a goal to get back in it, and you don't want to get down 3-0 to a team like this. These are two quality teams, very evenly matched, a lot of speed, things like that. I think these are two fun teams to watch, and as you mentioned in the pregame show, they could both be playing for a state championship. Turns out they're playing for third. But it's a well-matched-up game and very entertaining for the fans on hand.
Yeah, and a couple goals. The first goal of the game was Will McDonald on the power play. That made it 1-0. Max Moore and Tristan Schlechter. They gave Tristan Schlechter the assist, but I'm pretty sure it was Max Moore that got the pass. And then it was Jack Sievert that scored from Mason Behrens. That made it 2-0. And then Ashton Grease stuffed in a rebound with 5:12 to go in the first period. They gave the assist to Sanderson and Howard, but Jaron Beck took the shot. I don't know if it maybe got redirected twice before it got to Ashton Grease's stick, and maybe that's how they got the assist, but we really thought that it was Jaron Beck that would get an assist, but one way or the other, the Capitals were able to score. Ashton Grease did score, and that drew them back within one, and it gives them a little confidence here in the locker room, knowing that one shot can tie this game up.
It's basically a tie game for all intents and purposes to start the second period.
Let's turn your mic up there first, Jim.
Yeah, that'll help.
Yeah.
I actually thought that Oahe was a little more aggressive than Sioux Falls in the end of that period.
Yeah, and that's where the Caps were really kind of struggling to get going in that first period, but being able to get that moving and being the aggressive team in that end of the first period, that could be a difference maker in this hockey game.
Yeah, it could have been one of those deals. They just got a slower start, and they really did kind of control that second half of that period, though, and that'll be huge when they come back out.
The Caps down right now 2-1 here in the third place game. Sioux Falls. It was Aberdeen beating Sioux Falls 5-1 in the fifth place game, and it's a 2-1 score with the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers over Oahe in our championship game, which is coming up at 3:05 this afternoon. Rushmore and Brookings. That will be on the air around 2:50 for that one, and we'll probably have another extended break like we did between the fifth and third place game. But it is a one-goal game right now, 2-1. The Sioux Falls Flyers lead over the Oahe Capitals. We'll step aside. We'll come back with more of our first intermission report brought to you by the University of Jamestown. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, on a KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Oahe Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The Ramkota in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramkota is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramkota has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramkota in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. Our first intermission, our second break of our first intermission, as it is a 2-1 lead for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers over the Oahe Capitals here in the third place game. It's been a long weekend, Jim.
It has.
Been a long 2 weekends.
21st game.
21st game of 22. We got one more game coming up here after this one. And we'll have it for you, Rushmore and Brookings. That's scheduled for 3:05 in the state championship. Last year's rematch. Although this time it's Rushmore the top seed. Well, Brookings is the 2 seed. Rushmore is actually the 3 seed last year. But it's a rematch of that, and that should be a good one. Rushmore undefeated. Brookings went 2 rapid and lost both those games, one in overtime, the other in regulation, both 4-3 losses. But that could be that should be a fun state championship coming up here in 3:05.
I've been thinking about that game all night and this morning, and I really can't put my finger on that one. I have no idea how that one's going to go.
And it's going to be it's a toss-up. The 2 games were a toss-up to begin with. Those were home games for Rushmore, and they play really well at home, mostly because the Capitals traveled 2.5 hours to Rushmore to play them. That's the shortest travel that anybody makes to go play them. So they have the home ice advantage by a long shot because of how far everybody travels. But those were toss-up games between Brookings and Rushmore.
And yesterday, and I don't know if it's an advantage or not, or if it even matters to the players, but Brookings brought a crowd yesterday that this place will be full of Brookings fans. It'll just be full.
And if there weren't Brookings fans that Brookings fans that didn't come last night,
they'll be here today.
It's not that far to drive from Brookings to Sioux Falls.
So
if you're a Rushmore fan that didn't come yesterday, you probably aren't going to be here today because that's a far drive from Rapid City to Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
So this crowd will be pretty pro Brookings going into this contest when that crowd starts to really get in here. I think some are probably here and will stay for the state championship game that's already here. But it's going to be it's going to feel more like a home game for the Brookings Rangers than for the Rushmore Thunder.
Yep, and in certain situations, in a certain game, that it can play a factor. If you get that right game and a lot of actions going on the Brookings side, it can give you a little momentum. So we'll see.
It's a 2-1 score. Thoughts going in the second period, Jeff?
Well, I was concentrating on the Brookings game coming up, so I haven't gotten into this one as much. Trying to get the old voice straightened around as well. These are 2 quality teams. Very, very well coached. Lots of speed on both sides. I think maybe Sioux Falls maybe has a little bit more speed on Oahe as far as differences between the 2. But Ashton Greasy's an exciting player. Get that puck on his stick as often as you can and let him create something, which he is very good at doing.
Well, it's a 2-1 score for Sioux Falls 1. We'll take one more break and come back with the second period after this. You're listening to the state tournament on a Capital City Rock, on a KSTR, on a KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Oahe Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here and into our second period, Joe Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd and Jeff Anderson as the Capitals and Sioux Falls 1 Flyers will be making their way back out here in just a moment as we'll get our second period underway. As the Caps right now down 2-1 to the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers.
Hate to say it, the next goal is important, but it really is, because if Sioux Falls gets up by 2 goals, that makes it really tough for Oahe. So really the next goal is important, especially for Oahe.
I don't see either one of these teams running away from each other.
I don't either.
It'll come down to a 1 goal.
Yeah.
On the Flyers have Caden Heiser, and it was Flanagan that played both games against the Capitals this year. Scholes and Duffy both played against Sioux Falls 1, but Flanagan played both against the Capitals. So this is the first time that Heiser's seen, and the Capitals have seen Heiser as well. And sometimes that leads to maybe be a little more tentative. You kind of maybe get a feel of a goalie after seeing him 3 times. And Heiser is playing in this one, so you don't get that opportunity if you're the Capitals to really feel like you know Flanagan, what his tendencies are, because they shot much better against him in the second game than the first game. And Heiser, well, and right now there's not a whole lot of shots to go around for either team through the first period.
But I think some of that comes into play also with the goalie, because the goalies kind of study some of these guys and how the pucks come off their sticks, and they know these shooters, and perhaps Heiser hasn't seen the shooters either.
Yeah, every goalie has their strengths and weaknesses, and I'm sure that's why Oahe plays the way they do as far as who they start.
And I think the goalies tend to know the opposing team players better than anybody.
Yeah.
Because they see them all the time and they do study them a little bit.
So face-off here coming up to start the second period as the Caps will go from left to right to left, and Sioux Falls 1 will go from left to right. 17 minutes are on the clock. The Capitals have their top line to start this second period.
Sioux Falls fans are up and shaking, dancing to the music. Oahe Capitals fans are sitting on their hands right now.
There's a couple sitting down and dancing still.
There's a few. There's a couple. There we go. Now we got some movement over there.
As a face-off is won by the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers, and they will dump it in. Back behind the nets, Keenan Howard chops out like he's chopping down a tree to get it out of the zone, and it will be cleared all the way down, and we'll go for an icing. 13 seconds in, we'll get a face-off in the Oahe Capitals end. 2-1 our score. Start of the second period in the third place game between the Oahe Capitals and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. The Sioux Falls 1 team, again, we talked about, was Sioux Falls 2 last year. And now most of them are on from 2-1. And they're back in the third place game. As a pass from Anthony Vallon is broken up. Out to the blue line, held in. That one shot just wide as it goes to the near side again. Picked up by the Flyers and Wyatt Hermson. Where they Let's Go Flyers chant from the Sioux Falls side. Across the ice and to our right. Jaron Beck here for the Capitals. He brings it into our left. He tried to move around. We get a penalty coming up here against the Capitals. And it'll be dumped in. And Jaron Beck, I believe, is going to go for a high stick.
Yep.
So Jaron Beck is in the penalty box for 2 minutes for a high stick. And another power play opportunity here for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers.
They were third in the league this year with power play opportunities, 26.4%.
Keller Herman will step on the ice as the fourth penalty killer. And again, Herman was a couple weekends ago not sure if he'd be able to play hockey the rest of the year, and at the time of his injury didn't really even think about hockey, just wanted him to be okay, and here he is in the state tournament playing again. As it's here now, played for Max Moore. Moore goes back out to McDonald, plays it across the blue line, walked in by Edwards, back to Moore, and McDonald there's taken away. Barrett Schweitzer's got a breakaway shorthanded. Schweitzer is in, his shot goes up high, bounces back over to the far side. And now will be played back around, and here comes Corey Perdames. Schweitzer had that opportunity, just shot it high over Heiser. This one will be back to the blue line, nearly taken away by the Capitals again. Max Moore plays it in the corner. As it coming out is Nick Lohr, hands back for McDonald, over for Edwards, down to the goal line of the corner. Walking it back to the faceoff, down to the top of the faceoff circle is Perdames. Pass back for Perdames, looking for a give and go. That one did not work, and it's going to be cleared to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Back Corbin Beestrom again. He'll wait and throw it down the middle of the ice, all the way down on net, where it's stopped by Caden Heiser. McDonald, he grabs the stick. It looked like he was grabbing the stick of Keller Herman, but he's able to keep this stick. And now it's Corbin Beestrom over for Burt. He taps it along. Delayed offside by the Capitals. As William McDonald plays it over to the far side. And it's played in by Nick Lohr. Lohr hands it back, no one there except for Ashton Grease. So now he's going to break away, one-on-one moving in. Grease in, trying to move around. Jack Sievert unable to, and it's played back down to the Capitals blue line, where Beestrom will play it back across again with 10 seconds to go on the power play for Sioux Falls 1, and the Caps will kill this one off. Play to the far side, and up the middle of the ice now, Max Moore carries it in. Moore moving in, Sanderson leaning on Moore, pushes him, and then the puck comes away for Burnt, but he had his pocket picked, as it's Jorgen Corey, along with Max Moore over on the near side boards. Burt trying to take the puck right back away as Moore plays it back for Corey. Now for Hermsen. Hermsen walks the line. His shot broken up by Burt. And then it'll be Jaron Beck that picks it back up as he came out of the penalty box to play it. Tristan Schlechter moves it back in. And then Ashton Grease right into Tristan Schlechter. Everybody kind of had a little bit of a deep breath when the referee skipped their arms down, and we get a whistle with 13:29 to go and an icing against the Hawaii Capitals. Face-off, they'll be to the left of Carter Scholes, who has made 5 saves on 7 shots. We have played nearly 3.5 minutes, and we have had just 2 shots on goal in this period, and one was a clearing attempt. There's one all the way through. Scholes makes a save on that one, and there's his first save of the second period. Jaden Floor will pick it up. His pass goes over for Aiden Anderson. Anderson for the blue line, throws it in. Heiser makes the save. The rebound's loose. Another save by Heiser. Back to the front, and it went off of a body. Goes out of the zone. Keenan Howard will race after it, along with Jorgen Corey, and Howard will win the race to it. Howard up into the neutral zone. Went around 3 different Sioux Falls Flyers. Howard still in with a hard shot. When it's blocked up, it's still loose. Come to the front of the net. Burt trying to push it in. Aiden Anderson was trying to push it in, but no one was there for the Capitals to eventually get a shot away. McDonald moves in. Tried to toe drag, move around John Lyons, but it was intercepted by Lyons off of his skates, and now Andre Carmino back the other way. His shot and a save by Heiser, and we get a whistle with 12:35 left to go.
Pretty good opportunity there for the Caps. Matt scramble in front of the net, bouncing puck.
Things opened up a little bit there in the last 35 seconds. Barrett Schweitzer and Corey Perdames on the face-off. It's won by Schweitzer. Out to the point. Burt, his shot goes just wide, glove side of Heiser. It's going to be past Ryan Wadeen. Burt is over there, plays it back to the blue line. It's pushed in. Now it's onside are the Sioux Falls Flyers. Wadeen will wait. He throws it off the boards, out of the zone, pushed back in by Sioux Falls 1. Burt on a bouncing puck, settles it down, plays it over to the far side boards. Whereas Devin Dotson had got to it, but it was played back farther along. Wadine nearly turned it over to the front of the net. But it's still held in as it was unable to be cleared out by Grayson Hunsley. 11:50 left to go here in the second period. Max Moore, a backhander to the front of the nets. Scholes made the save, dropped right in front of him. He covered for the whistle with 11:48 to go here in the second period. And again, don't forget, state championship game, Rushmore and Brookings at 3:05. Our final game of the 2021-22 season. It'll all come concluding as Wyatt Hermsen, he plays it over. There's a chance, a redirect by Skolton and a left pad save by Scholes. He's able to kick it out. As Tristan Schlechter has it again here for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. Back in, Howard fakes that he's going to throw it around the boards. He cleared the zone, but it was picked back up by Anthony Valent. Pass goes back for Wyatt Hermsen as he plays it here to the near side in the neutral zone. Tristan Schlechter played back around again. Here is Jaden Floor. And Floor plays it up the boards on the far side, but it's held in. There's a shot that goes off of a stick. Diving play from Sanderson. Hermsen throws it wide of the net. Played back, Anthony Valent trying to cut it to the front of the net. It does, and Skolton pushed it just wide. Back in the near side corner. Sioux Falls starting to dictate a little bit of the pressure, and now we're going to get a whistle. And a couple of different pushes here. And it looks like Jaden Floor is going to go in the penalty box for a hold. That's a cross check to Jaden Floor. So it's a third power play now for Sioux Falls 1.
That matchup's been going on for a little while.
So it's the third Pelican Power Sports power play where Sioux Falls 1 is 1 for 2 right now. 10:53 to go in the second period. It's Max Moore again. Moore pass back goes out to Edwards. He's able to hold it in at the blue line. Pass goes across, misses for Max Moore. He's able to play it back, but it's going to be intercepted. Here's Ashton Grease that will play it all the way down as it's cleared. And Caden Heiser will play it up. And now Sioux Falls 1 will take their time. McDonald leaves it for Edwards. Up ahead for Perdames. Back to for Edwards. Now across for McDonald. And William McDonald, his pass over. Touched along. Back to McDonald, the point. As now Edwards. McDonald again. Feathering pass. That's off the stick of Beck. But it's held in by Perdames. They work the cycle back to the top of the face-off dot, laid back to the blue line. Good puck movement here on the power play by Sioux Falls 1. Back again, Edwards. Shot broken up. Did not get to the net. Corbin Beestrom was able to block it up. There's a race for it. Ashton Grease and William McDonald. Grease goes down, or excuse me, McDonald goes down, and then Grease is tackled down. And then Sioux Falls Edwards stays on top of Ashton Grease, so now it's 4-on-3 the other way. Here's McDonald. McDonald back in the near side corner. Goes back, Max Moore over, a pass across, and it misses everybody. Wide open cage for Nick Lohr, but he missed the puck. Edwards with a shot. That one got redirected, and it goes just wide. Pass goes all the way back across. And here's a shot, and Carter Scholes made the save. How did he make that save going across from left to right? Still with it as Sioux Falls 1 with 20 seconds to go on the power play. There's a chance that's broken up. Corey Perdames with it. And Perdames back to the point. Pass goes across for McDonald. Plays it off the boards. He'll circle around with it at the blue line. Back to Edwards. Starts to walk it in. Throws it. Blocked up. It's going to be picked up by Burt. And as he's going to take off shorthanded, Burt moves it in the offensive end. Burt trying to go around Edwards. Burt still with it. Lift the stick of Edwards. Then he got tripped up by McDonald. Now Sanderson started to race it back in the neutral zone, but it's picked up by Sioux Falls 1. And then Sanderson lays a hit, and it will go into the bench. Puck out of play. We get a whistle with 8:37 to go here in the second period. And what a save by Carter Scholes.
Yeah, and Capitals dodge a bullet there because you could just feel Sioux Falls getting closer and closer on that power play.
So with 8:37 left to go in the second period, the Hawaii Capitals are able to kill off their third penalty against, now 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. And it will be cleared all the way down by the Capitals, but not far enough for an icing. Sievert picks it up here on the near side. It's turned over. There's a shot from Dotson. Blocker saved by Heiser. And it will be here again for the corner that we cannot see right now, but it will eventually be picked up by Jorgen Corey off the glove of Grayson Hunsley. And now Hunsley will pick it back up. Plays it off the boards, back into the zone. Wyatt Hermson picks it up for Sioux Falls. Goes across for his defensive partner in Edwards. Knocked down by Hunsley, throws it in. A glove save made by Heiser. He didn't catch it cleanly, but it ended up falling back in front of him where he was able to cover for a whistle with 7:55 to go here in the second period.
Shots on goal equal, 11-11. So finally the shots on goal are starting to pick up in this second period.
It is 1 o'clock at KCCR FM Blunt, KSDR Watertown, and KKQQ Brookings. As the puck is loose over near the slot, but picked up by Sioux Falls 1. Dumped in, cross corner dump by Sioux Falls 1. Dom Skolton racing after it. The pass goes back all the way around, and it will be Barrett Schweitzer to play it up but not out of the zone. Back to Schweitzer again. Try to flip it up. Try to clear it another time. It's still held in. That one a shot broken up. Dom Skolton again. Pass to the slot. There's a glove save made by Scholes. And then an extra whack coming from one of the Sioux Falls players on a Grayson Hunsley. With 7:23 left to go here in the second period.
Carter Scholes is locked on right now.
He doesn't. You don't see him flash it, be too flashy with some of the saves throughout the season, and since he's been in Hawaii Capital, but he's a
little swagger today.
He's got that, as Jeff likes to say, swagger going. The Sioux Falls Flyers here, Wyatt Hermson. That shot is blocked up. John Lyons will not win the race to it. He had to shield off of Wyatt Hermson, who had fallen to the ice in front of him. Got a stick on that pass, but it's picked back up here by the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. That pass over. Burnt gets run into by Moore. Moving in. There's a chance. The pass is broken up. Good play by Lyons another time. He'll swing it out of the zone. It'll be going down. They're going to wave off icing. Wyatt Hermson, they said he could have played it or didn't try hard enough to go for the puck. John Lyons back. Ryan Wadeen up ahead for Burnt. And now Burnt moving in. Burnt will stop and start in the corner. He's trying to pull it back to him as he fell to the ice, blowing a tire. Ryan Wadeen trying to keep it in the zone. Is pushed back out, though, by the Flyers. Carbonneau across for Lyons. Up for Gordon. And Carter Gordon dumps it in on the back end. And it will be played again here by Sioux Falls 1. Out of the zone. Touching it was Dre Burnt. It stays in play. Sanderson to the near side. Corey tried to toe drag move around. Puck is still loose. Sanderson comes back for it again, trying to swat at it to knock it out of the zone. And then it's played across ice and out of the Capitals end. Sievert picked it back up, dumps it in. Now Burnt. He will flip it high out to center ice. Bouncing puck, knocked down with a glove of grease, but then taken by McDonald. That pass across, just missing for Malwitz, but he's able to pick it back up. He'll swing around the net. He's pushed into the boards with 5:35 left to go here in the second period. There's a nice check along the side of the boards by Burt. Here is Sanderson trying to touch it along, farther along, but Edwards got over to it. And then it's back for Wadeen, who will turn, throw it back down the ice. Played back by Evan Eberspacher. Eberspacher keeping the puck away from Sanderson. Flips it back out to the blue line. It's pushed by Corey, and then he gets run into. And he is slow moving. He's holding this side. He might have ticked that stick in the side, in the stomach. And it will be played around. Here's McDonald. McDonald moves it in. There's a bouncing puck. It's taken by Howard. And then it'll be played here to Sanderson. Out over here on the near side. On the far side is Ashton Grease. With 4:40 to go here in the second period. A couple of players get tangled up again back in the Sioux Falls zone.
This thing's getting a little physical.
Valen with a shot that goes wide. Here's Valen again, still with it. Picked back up by Grease, 2-on-2. Pass goes across for Sanderson. Sanderson moves in. He waits, throws it to the net, sticked away by Heiser, and it goes in the netting and out of play for a whistle with 4:19 to go here in the second period.
You see some of those checks in this game that are not being called. Probably would have been called maybe early in the tournament. Probably would have been called during the regular season. But they're letting things go, and it's turning into a really good hockey game here.
Face off to the right of Heiser. Schweitzer, along with Perdames, will take the face off. And it's dropped, was won by the Capitals, but picked up by Nick Lohr and the Flyers. Back over. Lohr hands it in for Moore on the onside play. Backhand to the net. Scholes made the save. He didn't cover it cleanly, and we get a whistle with 4:06 to go here in the second period. And a little bit of extra pushing, and you get you can hear the fans kind of get excited about a little extra pushing after the whistle. But cooler heads prevail. No penalties called on that one. 4:06 left to go. And that one's picked off. Here's Devin Dotson trying to race for a breakaway. Dotson is in. His shot goes wide. Dotson had to hurry up that shot. He was being caught from behind, but he was able to get that shot away. 13 of 13 in shots right now. Still 2-1 our score with 3:45 left to go. Grayson Hunsley winds up with a shot. It's a bouncing puck. It's loose from in front of Heiser. Still loose, but he can't cover it up. And then we get a couple of guys running into Heiser. Barrett Schweitzer, one of them. And then Schweitzer lifted the stick, and Perdames was wanting a slash called against him. As we get another couple of pushes there. And then one of the guys on the bench for Sioux Falls is holding the stick of Barrett Schweitzer.
Schweitzer was pinned up against Sioux Falls bench, and guys on the bench were just messing with him.
Here's Keenan Howard. He's carrying it in. Howard winds up with a slap shot and a high save from Caden Heiser. It's played back around to the near side. Things have gotten awfully exciting here in the last couple minutes. It's still picked up, Malwitz, but he's offside. And then he shot it just to the left of Carter Scholes, to the disgruntle of some of the Capitals fans. And even Scholes looked over at the referee and pointed at him. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Tensions are high. This is the last game of the year. There's a lot of extra emotions into this game.
Sioux Falls bench just picking on him. Did you see that? They were tapping him on the head, grabbing his stick.
Caden Heiser, he's having problems. He said, I'm ready to go, but he didn't have a stick in his hand. So the linesman that was going to drop the puck, he's thinking, well, why am I going to drop the puck if you're not ready? There's a pass, comes across, McDonald in, save made by Scholes, a rebound, it goes in the back of the nets. And Sioux Falls takes a 3-1 lead with 2:45 to go in the second period.
Scholes was locked on. I'm not so sure that didn't go off of one of his defenders and reflected it over the top of his head.
Jorgen Corey picks it up, and it's now a 3-1 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers with 2:45 left to go in the second period.
It's probably one of those goals as far as Carter Scholes is concerned. There's not much you can do about that one.
He made that first initial save, and then that I think you're right. I believe that second shot was deflected, and it went into the back of the net. And
there was a Capital defender sliding in front, and I think he got a piece of that.
So it'll come all the way down. Scholes will cover for a whistle with 2:40 left to go here in the second period. Corey gets the goal. McDonald gets the assist. So a 2:40 now left to go. Face off to the left of Scholes. A 3-1 lead. There's a high shot that's knocked down. And it's played over as John Lyons couldn't get it out of the zone. Back again. Dre Burnt plays it up. Kate Edwards with a shot. That one's bouncing around after a couple different people it went off of. Now Burnt will pick it back up in the neutral zone. Buck knocked off of his stick. Comes back to Burnt as he carries it in. Burnt trying to move around. There's a big check from Eberspacher. Burnt will race off. Back on the ice as is Anthony Vallon that flips it high out to the neutral zone. Played and offside is called against Kate Edwards.
Dre Burnt looks like he maybe got a little stinger in the right bicep. In pain here for a little bit in the bench.
So as he, and with 2:05 to go, we'll see if he will come back out for a final shift here in the second period.
It's going to take a lot to keep him out of this one.
This one's picked back up by Max Moore. Here on the near side, Keenan Howard. Back around here to the near side corner again with 1:48 to play. The puck is still loose, and it will eventually come out of the zone.
Dre Burnt on the bench, grabs his stick. He's ready to roll.
It is just need a couple seconds to catch his breath.
Just a little stinger.
1:33 left to go here in the second period. 3-1 is our score. Caps are, I wouldn't say in a desperate need to pick up another goal right now, but it would be beneficial to have that goal before the end of this second period. Sanderson backhand flips it high, shovels it out to the neutral zone. Played back down. Beck is chopped down. The Capitals will have a power play upcoming if they don't score, as Grease backhanded through the blue paint. Sanderson now, as the Caps will get a six-man out there. Howard, he throws it to the net. Blocker save by Heiser, goes into the netting, and we get a whistle with 1:02 left to go, and the Capitals will have another power play.
That's a great save down there by Heiser.
Did Heiser lose his skate? Heiser lost his skate. That's why he made that save so awkwardly.
Well, he's going to have to do something here.
Max Moore gets the penalty.
He lost his blade, fell out.
Yeah, he lost the blade of his skate.
And he can't even get to the bench without help.
So
one skate does nothing. So now Flanagan's going to have to come in for the remainder of this period anyway.
Right, and they're holding him like he's hurt, but you can guarantee
he's got his blade in his hand.
Right, I guarantee you he is not hurt right now. He lost his blade, so he's going to get that put back on, and we'll see if Flanagan stays out for the last minute too. This is big for the Capitals too, because if you can't get if Flanagan's going to come in cold against a power play. We saw Heiser come in on a power play against Sioux Center on Friday.
It's not like a pitcher. You don't get to warm up.
No. Here's a chance for Keenan Howard, but he blows a tire. He couldn't get a shot away. That's a big break for Sioux Falls 1. It was a trip with 1:02 left in the period. Second Pelican Power Sports power play for the Hawaii Capitals. As Dre Burns will play it back to the blue line, as it's now all the way down again. And then we get a whistle. And we're getting two guys go to the penalty box. It's going to be Schlechter.
Heiser's trying to get his blade put back in.
And Burt.
He won't win any more this period.
So Burton and Schlechter are both in the penalty box. Both 2 minutes for roughing. With 39.8 to go here in the second period. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone, just outside the Sioux Falls end. It is won by the Capitals. Jaron Beck has it. Still power play here for the Capitals for the final 35 seconds of this period. Ashton Grease plays it over for Jaron Beck. Beck walks it into the zone. Pass goes over. It's going to be delayed offside, and there's a shot from floor, but it is offside against the Capitals.
Ooh, that was a rocket after the whistle. Whoa.
22.6 left to go here in the second period.
When Jaden Floor shoots, I think I would duck.
Yeah.
Heiser still getting Brian Prisby working on the skates of Caden Heiser. Here is Beck. He blows between his legs to give it for Howard. Howard walks it in the slot. There's a shot that goes wide with 10 seconds left to go. Sanderson, pass goes across, looking for Beck. Down to 7 seconds. He couldn't get a shot away. Down to 6, down to 5. Throws it to the net. Down to 3 seconds. Got to get a shot one more time. All the way through off the glove of Flanagan, and a save is made. And that's how the second period will come to an end. A 3-1 lead for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers, being outshot 19-15, but they have a 2-goal lead going into the third period.
Looks like Heiser's got his blades back under him again.
So we will see now if Caden Heiser will come back in the game after Flanagan made just a couple saves in the power play, and there's still 58 seconds left to go on this man advantage for the Sioux Falls, or for the Hawaii Capitals.
The luxury of having 2 goalies. There's some teams in this league that don't have an extra goalie to put in.
Yeah, and that's both these teams have that luxury of having that extra goalie, but it's for Caden Heiser, it's tough to come out of that game at that point. But Flanagan did a good job of stopping a couple of shots to get us to the end of the second period. 3-1 our score between the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers and the Hawaii Capitals. Back with our second intermission report. Here after this, you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock on a KSDR, on a KKQQ, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oahe Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Back here at the Shields Iceplex as we go into our second intermission report. John McClure alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd as it is a 3-1 lead for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers over the Oahe Capitals. And guys, a second period that's only 1 goal scored, but Jorgen Corey got the goal. William McDonald with the assist. He had that first initial shot. Corey ended up getting the rebound and scoring in a 3-1 game. The Flyers are in control. It's going to take a lot here for the Capitals. They got 58 seconds of a power play, but they got 17 minutes to try and outscore Sioux Falls 1 by 2 goals in this third.
It's a tall task.
Well,
they can do it.
In this game, the way this thing is going, I think it's a couple bounces of a puck.
Yeah.
I think will change this one. And Oahe Capitals sure have had their opportunities, and if they keep plugging away, they'll get one in.
It is, again, down by 2 here going into this third period. It's going to be a tough one for the Caps. And this is their final 17 minutes of regulation hockey of the season. And for some of these seniors, most of these seniors, well, I guess all the seniors, they won't put on a Capitals jersey again after today. And that's the one thing that stinks about the state tournament. Every year is seeing those seniors play for the final time. You love the state tournament. You play all year for it. But in the final game of the year, that's when it all kind of starts to hit you that this is the final time. And for these seniors right now, there's obviously a chance that they can go back in that locker room again and come back out and play. That would be going into double overtime. But they are waiting to come back out here one final time.
Yeah, from a hockey standpoint, yeah, these seniors are you know they're thinking about it. This is the last time they're going to put a jersey on, and at this point they're thinking about hockey. But all these seniors are going to go on with the work ethic that they have, and the next chapter is as good as the first one.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, and for the Capitals here, going into this third period, but after this game is done, we will have the championship game between Rushmore and Brookings at 3:05. We'll have that one for you as well on Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, on KKQQ, and on a YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. that one is going to be a heck of a hockey game. Those two teams, they don't like each other to begin with. They only see each other. They see each other for 2 days this season.
Yep, right.
They play back-to-back days, whether it's in Brookings, and this year it was in Rapid City. And then they don't see each other, but they have seen each other now in the state tournament, and will see each other in the state championship for the last 2 years. So that is where, and in the last, for COVID, because of the COVID, Rushmore has been in the state championship for at least 6 of the last 8 years. I don't know if Brookings beat Rushmore in any of those 2 state championships that they won in between that, but Rushmore for at least 6 times in the last 8 years are in the state championship.
Well, 1 and 2 seeds going in the state championship game, and it's a tough life at the top. They either love you or hate you.
Right.
There's no in between.
And there are people that will come in here and root for Rushmore because they don't like Brookings, and there are people that will come in here and root for Brookings because they don't like Rushmore. Whether they're affiliated with Brookings or Rushmore anyway, that's a different story. But yeah, when you're at the top, there's a lot of people that hate you when you're at the top.
It's the downfall of being good.
It's also lonely at the top.
That's right.
And Rushmore, nobody's beat them yet.
It's also a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was a terrible joke.
It's the perfect matchup, though, what you want at the start of the year, what you want at the end of the year.
Absolutely. And
the 2 best teams playing each other.
Brookings did not lose a game other than to Rapid City. They tied Sioux Falls 1, which they ended up beating, so now they're trying to avenge their 2 losses on the season, 1 in regulation and 1 in overtime. That's still to come. We still got a third period on the way here in just a little bit. We'll come back and talk about that third period here in just a moment. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock on a KSDR, on a KKQQ, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
As we welcome you back here and continue our second intermission report, John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd, as we will start over with Jeff Anderson. And Jeff, as we get into this third period, the Hawaii Capitals are the bench below you. So what's it going to take for the Hawaii Capitals to pick up these at least 2 goals on Sioux Falls 1, force overtime, or pick up a win?
Well, they picked up the intensity in that second period, but they just didn't get any luck. They had a couple of opportunities, couldn't cash in on it. I don't think you do a whole lot different. Just continue to do what you're doing. get it on the stick of Greasy and see what you can do.
Grease,
yeah. I like to call him Greasy once in a while too.
He might get a greasy goal somewhere in there.
He just might.
That'd be okay, right?
That'd be okay. I think he'd be okay with that. But Jim, now as we head to the third period and 17 minutes away for Sioux Falls 1 to be the third place team, what do they need to do to get that third place trophy?
I think Sioux Falls needs to pay attention because this Capitals team's not going away. I think you're going to see the Capitals team make a run. I really do. They've kind of been hanging there. I think they've been the more aggressive team, and they're going to, if they get one goal, I think Sioux Falls better look out.
So it is a 3-1 game for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Jorgen Corey scored the only second period goal. 58 seconds to start the third period, 58 or less. We'll start the third period, and the Capitals have a power play to try and pull back within one. They're out shooting the Flyers 19-15, but they trail it 3-1 as we head to the third period. And the third period is on the way next. You're listening to the state tournament on a Capital City Rock, KSDR, on a KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big-screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 Eastgate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. Back here for the third period. The Caps down 3-1 to the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. The final period of the third place game.
We have a minute. I want to know what goodies you got over here from your following.
Yeah, so it was Riley Kafka that stopped up here and gave me a gift back from the Hawaii Lady Capitals for covering their games this year. And I obviously don't need what I got, and I mean I don't need to get something in return of doing it, but I very much appreciate that they gave me some gloves, some hand body warmers, and a nice card of thanking me for covering the games, and I appreciate that very, very much. It means a lot because I don't expect anything in return, but to have something like that, it means a lot to me, and I hope that all the games that I was able to broadcast, and, of course, the three of us broadcasting last weekend for all 11 games of that state tournament, hopefully that leaves a lasting impact on them. As it truly does mean a lot that they thought about me, gave me that stuff and that card. That is very, very nice of them.
Well, and I think it does mean something to the kids, and that's one of the reasons why I know you do it, and it's one of the reasons why we're doing 22 games in 2 weekends, because it matters.
Yeah.
Having grown up in a big city where you're lucky if you ever get a game on radio or anything like that or play at night, that's kind of cool. These kids don't realize how good they have it.
Oh, I don't think sometimes I realize how good I have it, because I get to do this all the time.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people that don't get to do this all the time, and we're the three of us are lucky enough to be covering 22 hockey games over the last 2 weekends. How much fun is that? There's only 3 people that are doing it, and it's the 3 of us right here.
Yep.
Face off at center ice as we are underway here in the third period, as it's dumped all the way in on goal, and the save was made by Carter Schultz. So as we start this third period, in a 3-1 score between the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers and the Oahe Capitals, the Caps still have another 40 seconds left in the power play. As it comes around here to the far side, Ashton Grease will hold it in. Grease pass goes across for Sanderson. He walks it in. His shot goes high over the glove side of Heiser, who is back in net, who has fixed his skate blade. There's a shot that misses again. Played back again for Sanderson. Holds the line. Plays it back across with 20 seconds to go on the power play. Grease goes back over for Floor. Now back to Howard again. Howard, toe drag move around. Good move by Howard, and he shot that one high up off the glass. Stays in play with 8 seconds to go on the power play. Goes across for Sanderson. He waits, trying to go backdoor for Beck. That one comes back out to the point, and Ashton Grease, as the power play expires, and it's back to 5-on-5. Beck with a shot that plays over to the near side, and Sanderson will back in, keep it in the zone, and it's played back around where Grease is there again. And Grease back to the point. Howard on the back end, holds it in. Grease is pushed back into the boards again, as it's over to the far side boards. Grease backhanded. Over, back, Sanderson flips it off the boards, avoids the check of Edwards, out to the blue line where Howard tried to play it back across the slot to Beck, and now will eventually come back out, and there's a penalty coming up. And Cade Edwards will get called for a slash, and the Capitals will have a power play again with 15:29 left to go. So Edwards is to the penalty box.
Well, the Capitals have a perfect opportunity here to get this thing back within a goal. You can't ask for a better situation right here.
And you get a full 2 minutes this time. You don't have a minute and 2 seconds to try and regather and get yourself a power play goal. This is the third Pelican Power Sports power play, where the Capitals are right now 0 for 2 on the power play. Face-off is won by Sioux Falls 1. They will clear the zone all the way down. Dre Burke came out of the penalty box, so he's on this power play unit right now with the Hawaii Capitals. Barrett Schweitzer trying to get back in the neutral zone, and now Schweitzer brings it in. Schweitzer from his off wing. That pass, now he's trying to chip it back to the slot. Played back behind the net. Pass goes over, and now it's here for Burnt. And now Burnt with a shot and a glove save made by Heiser, and a whistle with 15:02 to go here in the third period. I wouldn't say it's must score, but it kind of feels like it might be must score for the Capitals on the power play.
Well, just from a momentum standpoint, the Caps need to find some sort of spark.
With 1:33 to go on the power play, it is won by Sioux Falls in the faceoff at the blue line, held in by Burt. Jaron Beck plays it around. They got the top line back out there, top power play unit out there right now. Grease behind the net, over for Beck. Beck, a shot goes over to Sanderson after it was blocked up, but it's Sanderson again with it. Sanderson waits, throws it all the way across for Beck. Now here for Howard. That'll be played back out to the point. And now it's still played and out of the zone. Back to Dom Skolden. But Dre Burnt was able to touch along. Howard moves in. Howard trying to toe drag around. Howard again. Pass in front for Beck. And he scores! Jared Beck scores to make it 3-2. Nobody celebrated right away.
I think Beck is the only one that knew it went in the net.
But Jared Beck scores on a pass from Howard. Maybe you get the assist from Dre Burns, who started that play, but a Pelican Power Sports power play goal for the Hawaii Capitals.
The referees didn't see it right away because there was no signal from anybody.
No.
And it is now a 3-2 hockey game. And Jaron
exactly
Beck
what they needed.
has given the Capitals back within one.
And plenty of time to do it now.
Now the Caps are trying to keep that momentum on their side. Max Moore, he gets pushed off by Jane Floor, and then Moore comes back and gives a shove to Max Moore. In is Andre Carbonell. His shot is blocked up. I believe Howard and Burnt got the assists. And the pass goes over. Carbonell back over for Lions. His pass touched by Howard to Floor. Floor trying to throw it to the net, blocked up by Moore. Played all the way across. Out to the blue line. It's going to be out of the zone. Howard will race after it into his own blue line, but he's got a lot of time and space. And then as the time and space started to collapse, he nearly turned it over to Moore. Now it's Malwitz moving it back in. Brock Malwitz throws it to the net off the left pad of Carter Scholes. Played over. Jane Floor was calling for a line change. I don't know, it looked like maybe he's either holding his glove up saying come on, or he's holding his throat. 13:07 to go. Here is now Howard. 4-on-3 for the Capitals as they move in. Howard, nudge, not off the puck. There's a shot, and it's loose in front, and it's popped high up in the air where Kate Edwards will take it down. Corbin Beestrom, he got a glove to it, played it over at the stick to the near side boards. Out of the zone it goes, just passing Jaron Beck, and now it's picked back up here by the Flyers. Here is Beck again. He'll turn, looking for Grease. Goes off of a skate, now Grease will pick it back up. In the far side boards. Out. Here's Jorgen Corey. He scored to make it a 3-1 game earlier. Now it's 3-2 with 12:25 left to go here in the third period. Out of the zone it goes by Sanderson. Eberspacher, Edwards, Grease at the blue line. Offside is called as Grease tried to dump it in, but it was past the blue line when he tried to dump it in, so it is offside with 12:15 to go here in the third period.
Sanderson did a great job coming back and poking that puck away. He had a long way to go. Good effort on his part.
It's hard to believe he's the age that he is.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get to that point at his young age.
So here is Dre Burnt. That will play it out. Anthony Vallon knocked down. Burnt. He starts to move in as it's played back again. Burnt again, putting Tristan Schlechter to the boards. He goes down, gets back up. Burnt still chasing after it, but it will be Corbin Beestrom that will play it back into the zone. Barrett Schweitzer steps up and reverse hit on Tristan Schlechter. 11:38 left to go here in the third period. Caps down at 3-2. Howard had the only assist on that Jaron Beck goal. And now we get a high sticking penalty against Barrett Schweitzer.
And I don't think that was even his stick. He broke his stick earlier in that shift. He's going to have to get to hockey headquarters and get a new one. He was using somebody else's stick.
Can you high stick someone without a stick? With a broken stick?
He had somebody else's stick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's talking to the ref now. Yeah. Good thing he sat down in the penalty box.
So it is a fourth Pelican Power Sports power play for the Sioux Falls Flyers. They are 1 for 3 right now. Nearly made it 2 for 4 as that shot went just wide. Here is Cade Edwards. Pass goes across, missing for Max Moore. Plays back for McDonald. McDonald's shot blocked up by Corbin Beestrom. There's another chance blocked up by Burnt. 20 seconds gone by the power play. Burnt goes out to Edwards. Here still from the near side is for Dames. There's a shot. Beestrom is tied up. There's a couple guys that are tied up. Beestrom dropped his stick to pick it back up.
Beestrom and Lohr really having a battle.
Yeah, they are.
In front of the net.
And Lohr's a little bit smaller than him. He's doing a good job on him.
Oh,
Here is McDonald. Beestrom goes down. Pass goes across. And Scholes makes the save, and we get a whistle with 10:45 to go here in the third period with 1:14 still left here in the power play.
And Lohr looks like he's wore out.
Yeah.
and yeah, Beestrom being a little bit smaller. All those smaller guys, they were pesky, and they really frustrate those bigger guys. They don't like it if you're a smaller guy and you're going toe-to-toe with them. That's what those two guys were doing in front of the net. That one comes out of the zone. Sanderson trying to chop at it. Sievert kept it away from Sanderson. Now Sievert again, back for White Hermsen. He turns it over, and Andre Carbonell moves in. Carbonell with a shot, and Heiser makes the save. And a whistle with 10:28 to go here in the third period. 57 seconds left to go on the minor penalty to Schweitzer.
Looking for that shorty.
Schweitzer's got 2 penalties. He's the only guy in danger right now, he's going to be sure. Although everybody with a penalty is still a board or some kind of misconduct away from being out of this hockey game. 10:20 left to go here in the third period. That one will be around the boards here to the near side. Picked back up by Eberspacher. That pass will be cleared away by Carbonneau again. And it goes across here for Sievert. Sievert, Carbonneau. Sievert moved it in. He still has it. He'll stop and start behind the net. Carbonneau cut him off, but clear the puck right now. Still loose, and that will finally be cleared away by Carbonneau. Back in here for the Flyers. Here's Schlechter. There's a diving block by Jaden Floor. Sanderson picks it up along with Grease, moving in shorthanded. Sanderson with a shot. Didn't get all of it when it was partially blocked too. Schweitzer comes out of the penalty box, the top line. Someone is out there. Dre Burnt picks off a pass. His shot and a save made by Heiser. And we get a whistle with 9:24 left to go here in the third period.
Nothing's free down there in front of the net. A lot of contact before the shot and after the shot.
With 9:24 left to go here in the third period, a 3-2 game. Ashton Grease and Corey Perdames on the face-off is won by Perdames. On the near side boards, the Flyers, Perdames will get out of the zone. Here is Nick Lohr. As Lohr moves in, a couple of guys will get their sticks tangled up. It comes back behind the net where it's grabbed by the Flyers. As the puck is on the near side boards, it's flipped out of the zone by the Capitals. And now it's going to be picked back off, and then Jaron Beck and Barrett Schweitzer was offside as he tried to get back onside. Beck
thought he had his leg laying on the blue line. Thought he did.
I thought he did too, but 8:58 left to go here in the third period. And a face-off will be coming here to the just outside the Flyers blue line. Line's been waiting as the referee talking with Steve Steele right now. And the face-off will be played by Wadine, dumped in from the red line. As it's played all the way around. Ashton Grease. He is tangled up. He comes free. That puck to the top of the zone. Burnt with the shot. Save is made. The puck was still loose, and the referee blew the play dead prematurely.
Yeah, I think so.
Reese was there to put in the rebound.
Yeah, there was a rebound there. Referees shielded by a player, I'm sure.
Right, and that's exactly why he blew the play dead. He thought the puck was covered, but doesn't necessarily mean the case all the time, but at his vantage point it was. 8:43 left to go here in the second period. Face-off is going to be controlled by the Flyers as it's played into the corner and around to the near side corner. It's still on that far side. Grease is tripped up, and now here are the Flyers out of the zone. Dumped in by Nick Lohr. And Lohr lost the puck. Sanderson. Now we get a penalty on the Capitals. Interference is called. And I think Sanderson, Grease is going to get called for an interference.
Grease, yep.
And so Ashton Grease not very happy with the call against him. And it's going to be the fifth power play right now here for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. Interference is called against Ashton Grease. So one of the best penalty killers in the penalty box right now. And the Flyers have got to find a way to score. And the Capitals have got to find a way to kill this one off again. They're down by just 1 goal right now. Moore goes across. No shot away from Perdames. He couldn't get the shot away. He had a wide open net if he could have sailed it down. Keller Herman out there on the penalty kill right now. Schweitzer, here is Herman. There's a penalty coming up on Sioux Falls, but it's a 2-on-1. Herman, he couldn't keep a hold of the puck. It's picked up by McDonald, and now we get a whistle and a penalty coming up against Sioux Falls 1.
We're going to be 4-on-4 here.
So a trip is called. And we go 4-on-4 for a minute 35 and then a 15-second power play. And it is Edwards that's going to go back to the penalty box. His second penalty.
Any type of advantage here could mean a lot in this game.
So the Capitals right now, this would be their fourth power play if there's no extra penalties, with a minute 35 left on the power play. As it's now 4-on-4, a lot of open ice here for both these teams. Jaden Floor blocks down a Brock Mulwith shot. Behind the nets and around here the near side. There's a shot attempt that's broken up. The rebound is up high. They score.
Mulwitz.
Brock Mulwitz makes it 4-2 with 7:34 left to go here in the third period.
A blind shot, and Scholes was screened pretty good there. That's a great shot.
So now the Caps are back down by 2 goals with 7:34 left to go here in the third period. And still a minute 15 left to go on the 4-on-4. Sanderson will take the face-off against Vallon. Against Moore. And the face-off is controlled by the Capitals. So Mulwitz gets the goal, unassisted goal. Jaron Beck, he picks up the puck. Beck gets knocked down.
By Moore.
They still play continues. Sanderson with a shot. The rebound is covered up by Heiser, and we get a whistle with 7:13 to go here in the third period.
It's been a good game.
54 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4. Caps have to find 2 goals here in the next 7:13. Howard, pass goes across for Jaden Floor. That one comes up high. Heiser somehow made the save. He was able to shoulder it away, and then Beck was trying to tap it back in, and Heiser turned his body around off to the side to cover for a whistle.
I don't think there was any way that he just happened to have good position there. There was no way he could see that.
7:05 left to go here in the third period. Face off, Jaden Floor throws it to the net. It was blocked down. It's loose coming to the slot. Sanderson, he gets hit, but Heiser dove away to make the save. Back to Floor. Heiser without a stick. But he's got his arm behind him. Oh, he lost his glove, too. He lost his blocker. Hockey headquarters will get you a new blocker and a new stick. Goalie stick if you're a goalie. I was wondering why he had his hand behind his back, but that was probably a smart move. So he
didn't break his hand.
Yeah, you take a puck off the hand, that probably doesn't feel too good. And Heiser still made the save. That was impressive and smart thinking by Heiser. Here's a face-off that's won by the Sioux Falls Flyers. And the Flyers will clear it all the way down. 22 seconds left to go. 21 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4. It'll be 15 seconds. 25 seconds. Can't do the math when the first penalty happened. But 25 seconds of a power play for the Capitals. Ashton Grease will probably jump out on the play as they have their top power play unit out right now, minus Grease. As the Flyers will get out of the zone, dumped back in by Jaden Floor with 6:30 left to go here in the third period. Caps are down by 2 right now. Here is Everspacher. He throws it in wide. Now Grease will come out of the penalty box. And it's now 5-on-4. The Capitals are on the power play.
Move.
Down to 18 seconds left to go. As it's played here, Jaden Floor over for Sanderson. Back to Floor. His pass looking for Grease. Back to Floor again. They pass to the front of the nets. Down to 3 seconds on the power play. We're back to 5-on-5 as Edwards heads out of the penalty box. Everspacher. He gets a pass up for Behrens off of his skates, and now Keenan Howard carries in the offensive end. They're onside. Everybody thought it was going to be offside, but Ashton Grease carried it in onside, pass to the front. Goes back out. Howard the wind-up shot that goes wide. 5:30 left to go here in the third period. Capitals need 2 to try and force overtime right now. Down 4-2. A pass over. That one will miss, and it'll be played back all the way down. No icing. Dre Burnt. Around it goes. As Burnt plays it up, but is held in. Dom Skolten. Skolten moves in. That shot off the crossbar. The rebound by Behrens, and that one couldn't get to the net. He had beat Carter Scholes, but was unable to beat the post. As it's pushed back in by Sioux Falls with 4:50 to go here in the third period. There's a shot that's knocked down. Goes wide of the cage. Dre Burnt plays it back out to the blue line, where it will be played out of the zone again and all the way down for Dom Skolten to take. Excuse me, that is number 62, Caden Adams, to pick up. And that one goes the length of the ice. There is no icing. Played back, Keenan Howard. Over, misses John Lyons, misses Carbonneau. That one goes down, and it will result in an icing with 4:21 left to go here in the third period. So at some point here soon, you're going to see Carter Scholes make his way off the ice and get an extra attacker. Because the Caps need 2 here in the next 4:21 to try and just force overtime. Jack Sievert from his own end plays it over for Nick Lohr. Pass goes over Dre Burnt. And Burnt will turn back over for Corbin Beestrom. That one will go into the mitts and back out of the zone it is again. Beestrom plays it up. Sanderson. Here is Carter Sanderson moving in. Sanderson trying to get a shot away, unable to. And it'll be played over again by Burnt to hold the zone. And around it goes as it's Ashton Grease. Grease along with Dotson and Sanderson right now. Back out to the blue line, comes out of the zone, and is picked up by Max Moore. Good poke there by Corbin Beestrom. Moore again still with it. Grease lost his stick, and then a couple of guys run into each other. Well, Grease and Moore still run into each other. It is Jaden. Then Jaron Beck tossed the stick over to Ashton Grease.
He went and got it for him.
Yeah, that was a nice move. And they will wave off icing. McDonald plays it back behind the net. To me, that is Edwards. Up ahead for Malwitz. Burnt. Now here's McDonald in the neutral zone with 3 minutes to go. We'll see how long Carter Scholes stays in net. The atmosphere is kind of quieted down here at the Shields Iceplex. Malwitz. Here is Burnt. Penalty upcoming. I believe is going to be on the Sioux Falls Flyers. And Sioux Falls they didn't touch it up, but they're waiting.
Trying to kill some time.
Trying to kill some time, and the Capitals will get a power play. With 2:41 left to go, do you hold off Carter Scholes? Malwitz gets called for the penalty.
His second.
They're going to keep Scholes right now in the pipes.
Trying to get a quick one here, I would think.
And with 2:41 left to go, there's not a whole lot of time left for the Capitals. They have to score on this power play. Sanderson, pass goes across, back a one-timer, and a save made by Heiser. Oh, back nearly made it a one-goal game. Here is Burnt at the blue line. Gives for Sanderson. Over now for Grease. Leaves it for Beck. Back to Grease. And as Grease a pass to the slot, it's intercepted by Skolten. All the way down it goes, and it's a good thing that Carter Scholes stayed in net. Skolten would have scored on an empty netter on the shorthanded chance. 2:10 left to go here in the third period. Here is Burnt. Pass goes across off the stick of Sanderson, picked up by Howard. As Sanderson completely in the splits, was able to toe the line, but it comes back out. And now Burnt throws it across ice for Sanderson, who tipped it in the zone. Was picked back up by Sioux Falls 1. With 1:47 left to go. Off the glass all the way down. They played by a high stick. And now they will finally eventually call it with 1:38 to go. The puck was sitting there. And it will be a face-off in the Sioux Falls end, and a timeout has been called by the Oahe Capitals. 1:38 left to go here in the third period. The Caps need 2 in 98 seconds to force overtime.
And I think you're going to see Scholes come here pretty quick as soon as he can.
I would think that he's probably going to be at the bench to begin with here. We'll have our player of the game come up here in just a little bit. We got to figure out who it's going to be. You look at where everybody's sitting at right now. There's not McDowell's got 2 points. Sievert, well, he's got 1. Max Moore, he's only got 1. Ballwitz
got 1.
He's got just 1.
Corey has 1.
So it looks like it might be McDonald that might be our player of the game. Here, this is live radio, live YouTube, trying to figure out who the player of the game is going to be. There's still 98 seconds left to go, but as it is right now, Will McDonald, that'll be our player of the game.
Perhaps, we don't know.
At
this point, we don't know.
We don't know. There could be something to change. So
we'll decipher that one yet. We got a minute 38 to think about
and
that.
And Heiser, there's been 27 saves between Heiser and Flanagan. I think Flanagan's got about 3 saves. So about 24 saves for Heiser in net. Face off, tied up. It's underneath the skates. And Ashton Grease.
He lifts his leg up so the guys can get it out.
And it comes out of the zone. Carter Scholes has left the net. His extra attacker with an empty net with 1:20 left to go here in the third period. Here's Ashton Grease. Grease will wait. His pass is intercepted. A backhander rolling on edge. It's going to go just wide. There is no icing, so the Capitals have to keep moving. 1:07 left to go here. 25 seconds left to go on the power play.
Need to get in the zone quickly here.
Sanderson, he flips it in. He'll race after it. And first one to get to it was Jack Sievert. Now Beck over, wide of the glove side of Heiser. Grease gets shoved into the boards. As it's cleared all the way down, that one will find the empty nets. And Sioux Falls will pick up a 5-2 third place win as Corey Perdames hits the empty net. So a shorthanded empty net goal with 44.1 left to go here in the third period. And Sioux Falls will win it 5-2 over the Oahe Capitals and claim third place here in the 2022. So the Capitals in back-to-back years will fall to Sioux Falls in the third place game. 5-2 is our score. Face-off is controlled by the Capitals. Keenan Howard, Aiden Anderson out there right now. Ashton Grease, Jaden Floor, and Ryan Wadeen. So the 4 senior skaters. And then Ashton Grease, the captain, out there on the ice right now. Floor runs into one more man. It's back to 5-on-5. Grease moves in. He gets tangled up with 18 seconds left to go. Puck comes back out to the near side. Keenan Howard trying to toe drag, get one more shot away. Stick is broken. That is a hockey headquarters broken stick. And we're down to 3 seconds. That will end the third place game. And the Oahe Capitals will fall 5-2 to the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. And Sioux Falls 1 will take third place over the Oahe Capitals. The Flyers outshoot the Capitals 29-22. The Capitals outshoot the Flyers 29-22 as they will fall 5-2 to the Flyers, or to the Capitals. There we go. We'll be back with a post-game show. Our player of the game coming up here after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock on KCC or on KCCR FM. Let's go to the legal IDs here. KCCR FM, KSCR Watertown, and also KKQQ in Brookings. And you're watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. The Field House in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Field House with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Field House, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into our post-game show, John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson. Jim Lloyd is downstairs. We will get down to him here in just a moment. We got to make sure that he can see us, that he is ready to go. So, yeah, Jim Lloyd is down with our player of the game, Will McDonald, as we'll throw it down to him right now.
All right, I am down here in the Sioux Falls 1 bench with our South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association player of the game, William McDonald. He's a senior and he's their captain. William, take us through this game. How did this one go for you?
Oh, I thought it was a great game from the boys. After a tough loss last night, we kind of bounced back and came together and worked hard for this win, and we'll take third after last night's loss.
You're a captain on this team, and tell us a little bit about that your line mates that you play with.
I love my line mates. I've played with them for about 12 years. Played Team SD together, and they're Brock Mowitz and Jordan Corey. They're some of my greatest friends, and I'll cherish that forever.
What's the plan as you move on here, as now your senior year is done? You're probably done with a Flyers uniform. Where do you go from here?
After this, I think I'm going to go keep on playing hockey. I think the route's probably AAA for 18s because I have one more year with that. Not sure where I'm going yet, but excited for this summer when I work hard.
Good, so you don't want to put the skates away yet?
Oh, heck no. I'm not done.
All right. William McDonald, he's the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association player of the game. Back up to you guys.
All right, that is the player of the game, Will McDonald. As the season comes to an end for Sioux Falls 1, they win it 5-2, and the Hawaii Capitals, their season comes to an end with a fourth-place finish over the with the loss to the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. And again, you see the joy, and then you start to see come some of the emotion of, even when you win or lose, the end of what has been a long run of playing a lot of hockey.
Well, these kids have played for years. When you put that much into something, yeah.
Yeah, it
really does.
Yeah, and of course we still have one game left to go, and it is the championship game between the Brookings Rangers and the Rushmore Thunder. As they will be, that is going to be one heck of a hockey game. We are 1 hour away right now from game time between the Rangers and the Rushmore Thunder, which will be the state championship game that will be coming up here in just a little bit. In that third period, it was Jaron Beck that made it a 3-2 game on the power play with 14:14 to go. Keenan Howard got the assist, and then Brock Mulwitz and Corey Perdames. A even strength goal at 7:34, and then an empty net shorthanded goal for Perdames to make it 5-2. That came with under a minute left to go, and that ended the hockey game and ended the season for both teams. Sioux Falls claims third place and a fourth place finish for the Oahe Capitals. But now, and we'll talk about it here in just a little while, about, let's see, it'll probably be about 45 minutes from now, right, as it is. But state championship game, Rushmore Brookings, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I think you toss a coin on this one at this point until you start see how these teams are going to come out of the locker room. If you ask for a prediction, I have no idea how this one's going to go.
Well, Brookings doesn't forget or hasn't forgotten. You can thank their coach for that also, and that's good coaching. That the fact they lost twice to Rushmore out there by identical 4-3 scores, and of course one was an overtimer. So I think that's the motivating factor of your Brookings. Brookings is the defending champion. You have to almost favor Brookings because they are the defending champion. But I think these are two heavyweights that are going to go at it, and I think it'll be great.
So it is a 5-2 win for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers over the Oahe Capitals as the third place game comes to an end. We got one more game to go. One final game, the state championship game, will be coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Will actually be, well, maybe not just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
We'll be back on the air here at around 2:50 this afternoon.
It'll be the longest pregame show in history otherwise.
Right, yeah.
Starting now.
Right, starting now, yeah. We're not going to take a break at all. No, we will. We will be back about 2:50 for the pregame of the state championship game between Rushmore and the Brookings Rangers. So final score once again, as you're listening on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Final score, a third place finish for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. They win it 5-2 over the Oahe Capitals. We'll be back at 2:50 for their state championship game.
You've been listening to the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramcoda. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. And also by Becky Potsuba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, and the University of Jamestown. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota. Join us all weekend for more exciting boys varsity hockey action. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.